I'm gonna get back to YouTubing. I've been meaning to put some videos with my thoughts for a while, short thoughts. It's been a crazy life since I last updated YouTube. So there we go. When I was younger, I was raised by parents that went through the Great Depression, and they worked with a lot of cash. You know, they always had cash. They didn't use credit, and that's how I was raised. Then at one point in my life, you know, I had a boss that made me realize I need to start building my credit. So I built my credit, and then at some point I switched kind of over to like, okay, now I have credit, I don't need to worry as much about having cash foundation. And I started putting more money into retirement and investments. Then I had a period of life where I really needed to borrow money from myself because I didn't have a lot of money in cash in the bank. And you can't borrow money from your 401k without paying a ton of taxes. You can't always just sell your belongings right away and get the cash that you need. So one of my biggest takeaways and one of the things that I'm working on in 2025 is getting rid of my materialistic mentality where every check I'm buying something, little thing to make myself happy, as opposed to taking the time to get out in nature, finish my projects, take care of the stuff that I need to get taken care of. I've just been working too much and dealing with a bunch of exterior problems. Point being is, if I would have put $10,000 into cash bank, when I went through these like hard times, I could have just withdrawn that cash a little bit. Now, granted, it wouldn't have been making the same amount of interest or compounding interest as being in the market, but I could actually use it when I needed it. So my two takeaways for younger people that are older, anything, whatever, going through a similar situation, haven't gone through a similar situation, is don't put all your money in the stock market because you can't touch it when you need it. And that's what they want. They want you to be attached to the market. So I would suggest keeping at least 33% in cash savings so that when you hit a rainy day, you just go to the bank, you pull it out, you deal with your problems. You're not having to try and sell something or withdraw money from one of your retirement funds and pay fees and figure out all that BS. Have cash on hand, get rid of that materialistic mentality, be happy with what you got. Sorry, last time. And just kind of be prepared for when things go down, that you have the resources at hand right away to get them back on the upswing. All right, have a great day. I'm going to be posting more. I got a turbo bike that I'm working on, and I plan on getting this YouTube channel back up and running. Have a good day.